was not necessary. Okay, quick rundown. Rats, you have to play 3. It's kind of like your food for Zenmaity and your food for Hunter, so you can take all the cards out of their hand. I'll go through the loop real quick. For instance, if you open a Shark, a Tour Guide, and a Birdman, in my build, if you open those 3 cards, you'll take all 5 cards out of their hand, hoping that they don't have any hand traps or anything. It's either that or you can open a Pot of Avarice. Obviously, Pot of Avarice will help. You can also open, instead of Tour Guide, you can open Magician. So that's good as well. So, whatever. Summon Tour Guide. You get Tour Bus if you're going to explode. Get Tour Bus. Overlay to Wind Up Carrier is Zenmaity. This is your hand. Those 2 cards are in your hand. Remove Tour Guide, send her to the grave, activate Zenmaity's effect. Special summon a Magician. Alright, a Wind Up was special summoned, so then you activate Shark's effect in hand, Chainlink 1, then resolve. Magician says something was activated, so then you special a Magician. You lower Shark down to 3, that triggering that Magician, and then that Magician fetches your Hunter. So, you haven't hit any cards yet, and hang on. Running! Running! Alright, I got a dice. So, you'll activate Hunter and pop the first Zenmaity. That's 1 card out of their hand, okay? After that, Tour Bus resolves in the graveyard, and you put up your Zenmaity. Alright, you're pretty set at this point to do whatever the fuck you please. He's a 3-star because you lowered his level, so you overlay, Zenmaity, remove Hunter, special Rat, Rat's effect to defense, Hunter, pop, 2. So do that again. Three. Do it again. Oh, yeah. This has to go here. Pop. 4. Alright. And this is where, if you don't have a Birdman, you can just XYZ into a rank 3 and a rank 4 to end, and they have 2 cards to your whatever. Or, they still have another card in their hand. So if you didn't open Pot of Avarice, because after you Pot of Avarice, you put all of this back and just do more. Or, if you have a Wind Up Factory out, you can search another Shark. That's always good. But either way, I'm just doing bare minimum crap here. Birdman's effect, bounce a Magician, special Birdman, sink for a 9-star Trishula. That bitch here. And that's the 5th card, plus you get to take something out of the grave. So, okay. That's the loop. That was my pattern I did all day. It worked really, really well. It turned 3 cards into a +4. No, because you kept 3 cards. You started with 3 cards, you committed 3 cards, you got 1 back in your hand, so 6 cards, lose 3, gain 1, and you ended with 2 on the field. So 4 cards in hand, 2 cards on field, without any other extremities, and they have 1 card. So it was pretty much a +5. A combo that was a +5. So, pretty sick shit. Now that you guys understand the combo, I can go through real fast and explain reasons why I did certain things, why I played certain quantities of blah blah and blah stuff. I'm really sleepy. I'm fucking exhausted. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys and I make coherent sentences, because if I fucking don't, I'm not doing this again. I'm fucking sleepy. You guys got the deck list, so. Alright. 3 Rats. Staple. Obvious. You fucking play them, or you're like, don't play the deck. 3 Sharks. A lot of people go back and forth saying Shark's not needed. OCG doesn't have Shark. Shit, blah, 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 whatever. I'm a firm believer of Shark being needed because there was one game and the dude, I summoned a Magician and he chain disappearance my Magician. A monster was still summoned successfully though, it wasn't negated. So then I activated Shark from my hand, and I had 2 wind-up factories down. I had 2 Sharks in my hand, and activate Shark, special, activate Shark, activate factory, search Shark, special, special, and I hit for game. And then I searched for the last factory. Like, I just punched the shit out of him with a 4500 field. It was fucking hilarious. And he had what, that fucking trap, Rivalry of the Warlords? And I bet he did not want to flip Chain Disappearance after he saw that, because I just beat his ass with 3 Sharks. It's a 4500 push. They special themselves really, really easily. They can make a Tyrus, they can make a Zen Mighty, they can make a Roach. They're really, really good guys, and they're really, really sneaky. That's the best thing about Shark. It is amazing. So, I would play 3 in every build. I've even thought about playing 2 before, but no, never again. Magician. The only reason I play 3 Magicians is you guys saw that loop I did. It requires 2 Magicians in the deck, and that's what I want to happen. And if I draw a Magician, and something happens to it, then I still want to be able to do the loop later. So, it's really, really cool. And plus, if you don't draw the Magician, and you can set yourself up for the loop and end with a Zen Mighty on the field, instead of tributing it, you tribute, like, let's say I tributed one of the other Magicians, and left the Zen Mighty there, the Zen Mighty next turn can activate, bring out the last Magician, you can trigger another effect, and then activate and get, like, another +3 on your turn. So, I like the Latent Magician. It's an 18 defender. Granted, with Thunder Kings running around, that's not too impressive, but I think I like 3 a lot. And then 1 Hunter. I used to play 2. Kitty cat, play Hunter. Okay. I used to play 2, but fuck, if I drew a Hunter, I drew both at the same goddamn time. And I hate drawing this faggot card. I hate it. All I do when I draw it is I'm like, set, go. Please fucking kill it. It sucks. It sucks so much ass. So I never want to draw a Hunter. Yeah, that's it. So, blah, and people are like, oh, what if they DD Crow your Hunter? And I'm like, then I make a Leviair and bring back the Hunter and continue what I was fucking doing, and I laugh at them for wasting a card and not making me guess a card out of their hand, you know? Anyway, 3 tour guides, because I told you it was interchangeable with, Magician, so all you need is a tour guide and a Shark, or a Magician and a Shark. And, Magician and Shark, you take 4 cards, and tour guide and Shark, you take 4 cards out of their hand, so period. So, it's consistency, it adds to the deck, as well as, tour guide and factory, will also add to the shit in the deck, so you can search the Shark and then keep going, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so, that's why I played factories. Some people say, why do you play the Bus and the Sangan? If I don't know the person, and I'm just playing them for the first time, they don't know what I'm playing. So you want to go ahead and not let them know what the fuck you're playing, because as soon as they know you're playing windups, they're just going to go, set everything, go, I'm smart, and you're going to be like, cool, fuck you. So, a lot of decks play tour guides. Almost any deck can play a tour guide. So, you summon a tour guide, and if they waste a hand trap on you, you're like, fuck yes, you wasted a hand trap on my tour guide, and I'm going to explode now. So, either way, and if they chain max C to it, I bring out the Sangan. It's a neutral play, it doesn't let them know what you're playing at all, and from that, you can search from the Sangan when it dies for another tour guide, a Shark, a Magician, whatever you didn't have in your combo piece to re-explode again. So, not that big of a deal, but I like having a safe play in my deck for a max C. So, yep. Blah. Tour Bus, very, very good. BLS. Everyone that saw my deck list saw I main deck 2 lights. That's it. Period. There's a lot of darks. A lot of things considered. If I really have to, I can search the light with my Sangan. If I explode at all, you saw my extra deck. One of the first things I made almost every game was this. My deck abused Utopia so well today. and Tyrus. Like, I can make them so easily, and I can make Arcanite really, really easily. So, I thought about playing a Brilliant, and I only regretted not playing a Brilliant in one game, just because Brilliant is a rank 3. This deck poops out rank 3s. Hi, Lola. What are you doing? And Brilliant's a light. So I thought about playing it, and then I was like, I don't want to drop any of this. This is all fucking good. If anything, I would drop a Catastor now for a Brilliant, but at the same time, if I play a Call of the Haunted and a Veiler, or even if I played a Veiler and a 4-star, and I play a Mind Control, so like, I want to be able to steal the Thunder King, summon a Veiler, and Synchro. You know what I mean? Like, I got over so many Thunder Kings today with Mind Control. Steal it, normal summon a Shark or a Magician, start going off, Synchro with your Thunder King, or XYZ with your Thunder King, whatever. So, yeah. BLS, it really was only dead in a couple of games. I'm really, really glad I added it in. Ow, Lola! I'm not playing right now! I'm really glad I added it in as a last-minute thing. Like, I play no lights in this motherfucker. The only thing I regret right now is not maining Thunder Kings. But at the same time, like, I didn't need him. So, BLS is very, very good. If you can work him into a deck practically, you should always play him. And Veilers. Going off to Veilers, our Max Cs, I played 4 hand traps because I didn't want to lose to the Ditto, and I didn't want to lose to anything. Hand traps are very, very good. Good against plants, agents, Rescue Rabbit, Windups, Inzectors, everything. Ninjas, Elemental Heroes, whatever. They're hand traps. They're really, really good. Your opponent can barely see them coming. You have little to no lead up to them, so it's good. Blah. Reaper, he was a very, very last-minute tech. He did a lot of work for me today. I love this little guy. I've loved him since I started playing the game and he came out in Pharaonic Guardian. Even when I was like 13, I always main decked a fucking Spear Reaper, and all of my friends were like, why are you main decking that? I'm like, why the fuck not? Just because I love the fact that if I catch somebody with an open field, I can just swing in for 300 and take a card out of their hand. And I have this really pretty champion pack version, so I love it. So, Reaper saved me in a lot of games that I would just set him, and people were trying to just beat over me, and I didn't have a good, solid opening with monsters. Even with 23 monsters, I wouldn't draw any. And I was just like, cool, awesome. And then a couple of games, he really got in there, and it was good. So, blah. Reaper, just a tech choice, really. And 2 Birdmans. Big tech choice in my opinion. I stole this directly from Wind Up Loop. You guys saw me playing Wind Up Loop, and I flat out said, and like a lot of my teammates were like, you should probably not play Wind Up Turbo. You should just go to like regular Wind Ups. They're like, you play really soundly, you're intelligent enough to put some traps in, put some other spells in, and, you know, play the game instead of just open the loop or lose. So, and I just really, really loved the fact that I could make Trishula, Brionac, Arcanite, and Black Rose. Like, every one of my games that I didn't loop, one of these saved me. And I'm not even talking about just today. I'm talking about every time I've ever played Wind-Ups. I love the capability of being able to Synchro Summon. It's an extra field wipe if they do find out you're playing Wind-Ups and they set everything because they don't want you nuking their hand. 2 extra field wipes. You can bounce annoying shit like Zenmains. That's the 5th card in their hand that you get rid of with a Birdman. So, and then the Catastor was a last-minute entry. I mean, if I really, really needed to, I could play Max C and Birdman to make a Catastor, and I almost did that play today, but I just decided against it. It was one of those long turns where you're in the tank, and you're like, I don't know what to do, fuck. So 2 wind-up factories. I played 3. The first game I played 3, I opened, I looped, and then for the next 3 turns I drew factories. After you loop, these are gone. 1 or 2 of these are gone. At least 2 of those are gone, and this is gone. Why the fuck do I want to search this after I looped? Those are the only 2 wind-ups I have. So, I don't want 3 factories in here, because it just generates dead draws. Like, a lot of dead draw. So, 2 factories. I almost cut it down to 1, and I didn't even want to play it for a while, but I'm glad I played the 2, because it's good in the Ditto. You just play it. And if they activate an effect, you get to search. As well as it being really, really good for me to spam sharks. So, even after I Pot of Avarice the sharks back in. Pot of Avarice. If you don't consider it a double staple in this fucking deck, then learn how to play the deck better. Reborn, Book of Moon, Mind Control, Dark Hole. Reborn is also one of those very, very good cards. If you open a Reborn, an Avarice, or a Birdman, that's a 5th card out of their hand, because you can Reborn a, with that last, you know, at the end of the loop you have a Rat and a Hunter. You can XYZ into a Leviathan, send the Hunter to the grave, Monsterborn Rat, Rat, Hunter, Hunter, Tribute Rat, pop, last card. So, Reborn, very good. These are all Thunder King outs. Basically, just fuck Thunder King. Heavy and MST. Blah. You know why? Because they're good. 2 Warnings and a Solemn. Because they're good. I played the Fiendish Chain because I legitimately only have 1, guys. If I had more, I don't even think I'd main them. It was just a tech, and I don't want them clogging my field as much as some people might think it doesn't clog their field. If I had another, I might side another, but I wouldn't main deck 2. I like it with just the 1. Compulse, I have loved Compulse. Hold on. Torrential, that's another Thunder King out, and a Field Viper, fuck it. Okay, there, staple. Compulse, I've loved Compulse forever. It stops Gachi Gachi, Zen Mines. It forces Synchros, any XYZ, anything. Having it as a one-of in a deck, in my opinion, is a very good idea. Regardless if you guys have money cards or not, I think everybody should play a Compulse. Yeah, I love the card. You summon a Tour Guide, they Valor your Tour Guide, you set Compulse. Or you Tour Guide to Sangan, set Compulse. They try to attack your Tour Guide, you Compulse your Tour Guide, and either they replay and kill your Sangan, or they just stop attacking and you don't take damage. Next turn, guess what? Your Tour Guide's giving you more pluses. Same with Birdman bouncing Tour Guides and stuff like that. Those are really cool plays. It's a good offense-defense card. Call of the Haunted, I drew it a lot, all day, but I only got to activate it 1 time, and the time I activated it, I won because of it. I summoned a Tour Guide, it got Valored, and then I Call of the Haunted a Rat that got warninged before. So after that, I XYZ'd those 2 together for Zen Mighty. So, I don't know if I like this or not. I like the idea of this, but at the same time, I don't know what it would be instead of this. Maybe like a Smashing Ground, a 3rd MST, a Thunder King. I don't know. Maybe a Mind Crush. I almost main decked a Mind Crush instead of the Call of the Haunted. But yeah, that's the overview of the deck. I'm not going to go over side deck, guys. Like I said, it's just a side deck. You make a side deck you're comfortable with and you use it. Discussing any of these, if you guys have any questions on any of these, why I chose them, I'm pretty sure they're self-explanatory, or I went over it already. Overall, I went X1. It was a good day for me to learn wind-ups and learn how to play them. Hopefully this video wasn't too long of an explanation and a deck list. I'll probably upload it in 2 parts, cut the deck list, put that first, and then explain in the second part. Yeah, guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for everybody for being nice today in Tallahassee, and hopefully I see you guys soon. Bye, guys.